Alright, welcome back to... Oh my god, I almost said Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm so used to that. I made 45 videos in that. Still not done. And I'm so used to saying Metal Gear Solid 5. Anyway, welcome back to Resident Evil. Our little Halloween venture this year. I am having fun with this game. I think it's kind of funny that it took me this long to play the first game in the series. I'm trying to think. Let's see, what games have I done? Resident Evil games. On this channel. I did 5, 4, Code Veronica, Revelations 2, 6. Is that it? I think that's it. I've done 6 Resident Evil games, wow, on this channel. And not one of them was the first one. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I always have more to say about the newer ones, because those are the ones that I really love. Not to say that I don't love these, because, I love 0, I love Code Veronica, I love this game, I love 2, I love 3. Well, not so much 3. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Actually, speaking of 3, I'm probably going to wait a while. The next Resident Evil game I do is most likely going to be 0. Actually, 7's coming out. I keep forgetting that that's a video game that exists. 7's coming out, so maybe it'll be that one. But, I will most likely wait to do 3 until after the Resident Evil 2 remake comes out. Because I'd want to do that and then 3. I don't know. That's if the Resident Evil 2 remake is, good. And I don't know how I want that remake to be, really. Because Resident Evil 2 is a great game, obviously. It's one of the best. That's why everyone and their mother wouldn't shut up about it. About the remake, that is. And I don't know if I would want it to be like this, where it's just like a really good graphical update, kind of fixes the story to have it fit in line a little bit better with the overall narrative of the series, or if I would want it to be more of like over the shoulder Resident Evil 4 style Resident Evil 2, which could work, or maybe they're gonna try and do just the Resident Evil 7 first-person thing. I knew that was coming, and that still spooked me. Well, it didn't really spook me, it just kind of startled me. There is a difference. Cough, cough, Dead Space. I think the rules of most other Resident Evil games apply in this one, where if you don't have anything equipped, you run faster. And that is why... Oh, goddamn, I have a lot of herbs. This is another thing where, towards the end of the game, I always end up with more herbs than I know what to do with. Look at that. I got, 3 first aid sprays, a bunch of herbs. But right now, currently, what we're going to want to do is grab the death masks and that seal there. And what we're actually going to do is leave the mansion for a little bit. Yeah, this presents a problem. Okay, yeah, I didn't think there was a way of getting around that. Oh my god, that just reminded me of one of the things that infuriates me the most. Is that stupid Darkside Phil when he let's played, quote-unquote let's played Code Veronica, which is a game that I really like and I can efficiently play through. If you watch my let's play of that, you'd know. But at one point, the part where Chris has to fight Alexia for the first time, right after the Wesker cutscene, he didn't have any items in he didn't have any weapons in his inventory. So he's like, oh, how was I supposed to know that you have to fight a boss here? What? It's a Resident Evil game. Why would you ever... right now, I just don't have it equipped. It's in my inventory. Why would you ever not carry a gun with you? Oh my god. So yeah, this guy right here. God damn it. This guy here is what I was talking about a couple videos ago, where that guy, I don't think in all the years that I've been playing this game, I don't think I've killed him once. I always zombie dodge around that guy. I think he just kind of spooked me a little bit there. Actually, no, I was demonstrating what happens when a zombie attacks you. That's definitely the reason. So this is one of the most useless gameplay mechanics in this game. This door that leads out to this hallway, the doorknob is kind of not rusted, but like rotted out. So you can only use that door X amount of times before the doorknob literally just falls out. But I'd say maybe like an hour from now, Barry is going to fix that door off screen. He's just going to leave a note and some items somewhere. He's going to be like, Joel, I fixed that door. And then you could just use it freely. So I don't understand why they did that. I don't know why they always put, like, crows in Resident Evil. And I don't know why specifically, like, crows were kind of the mascot for Resident Evil at some point, because I have this this CD. It's the like 10th year 10-year anniversary soundtrack for Resident Evil. It's got songs from like all the games released in the first 10 years of Resident Evil, so like up until 4. And the cover of the disc case and the disc itself, and there was a poster that came with it. There's a crow on it, and it says like 10 years Resident Evil, and right above the Resident Evil is a crow. So I don't get that. Out of all the things that you would associate with Resident Evil, a crow is not one of them. I would associate dogs with Resident Evil more than I would associate crows with Resident Evil. Jill, you know, just collecting masks all the time. Like, look at this. This is so stupid. This is, like I said before, the more you think about these old Resident Evil games, the dumber they get. Because right now, we're equipped with a shotgun, running around a cemetery with 4 face masks in our pocket. Like, what? So over here there are faces. This is a pretty cool puzzle. This is one of those that's just very simple. On these statues you can see like, oh, this guy's got a nose, and this, you know, this mask has a nose. This one's missing a nose and an eyes and a mouth. So this one's also missing eyes and a mouth. So it's a pretty cool puzzle. It's one of those that you don't have to rack your brain too hard about, which is good, because thinking's hard. That's why I'm voting for Wesker 2016. You know what? I'd vote for Wesker. And a vote for Wesker is a vote for complete global saturation. So this is a boss, I guess? He's just kind of like a super Crimson Head, kind of. I think he might have a little bit more health. I don't know. I don't know if the game considers this a boss. Actually, you know, I think this is supposed to be maybe your first Crimson Head encounter. So yeah, I mean, that's a thing, I suppose. This game is pretty lenient with its ammo. I'm pretty sure I figured out the difficulty thing that I brought up in the first video, where I talked about how, you know, when I played this game, there's the 3 options. There's like hiking, taking it easy, and like taking it easier or whatever. So in the beginning, there's 3 difficulty options of normal, easy, and very easy. I always associate the middle option with normal, so I'm pretty sure that the difficulty's scaled in this game. Like, I'm pretty sure normal's hard, easy's normal, and very easy is easy. So, I don't quite understand that, but that seems to happen a lot in Japanese games, specifically Capcom ones, like Beautiful Joe, where kids mode is normal and adult is hard, where you'd kind of assume kids mode is easy and adults is normal. But no. I think this is a good difficulty. It's not really about the difficulty, I find, in at least this game specifically, where, you know, quote-unquote normal or hard. It's really just like the zombies take more bullets to go down. I don't feel like your health, because I don't get close to zombies. I don't let them get close to me very often. So it's not really about damage, it's more about the damage to the zombies. So, from here on, at least for a little bit, we will be ditching the mansion, which is very nice. I'm very glad. Some change of scenery is always great. And that first aid spray looks like it's way closer to the camera than it actually is. The depth is a little off sometimes in these older games.
Barry?
Monster! James! Gun! Ineffective! It's it! Stay away! Forest outside the mansion! Stay! Hey!
The what? Forrest is outside the mansion? I thought he died. Yeah, if I heard someone on a radio, like, that sounds that, you know, disparaged, say to me, stay away from the forest outside the mansion, that's when I would probably say to myself, seems like a good idea to stay away from the forest outside of the mansion. Also, this is one of the most asinine puzzles in this game. It's just dumb. Just do what I'm doing. You have to time this just right. I don't think the timing's all that bad. When it's about, like, in between each of them, I'd say press, you know, stop, and it should be fine. Now, I've heard of blue balls, but I've never heard of blue cock before. Ha ha ha. Because it was a rooster, and rooster can also be called cock. And blue balls is a sexual joke thing. This is an area you, like, never need to come back to. I think you get some... Actually, this is where you get the Magnum, I think. Yeah, so here you're gonna want to make sure you have enough room in your inventory. Otherwise, you're gonna have to make some return trips, or potentially waste an herb if you've... Goddamn crows. If you've got, like, an herb in your inventory, just use that to clear up space. So, over here, there's another puzzle. You can see that one has two little things there. I think each of them is different. That one has the plus. And then what you gotta do is you gotta just kind of put them in each place. So it goes that one, then that one, then that one. It's literally the easiest thing in the world. And then you get this. Unfortunately, this game doesn't use, or I guess fortunately, depending on which way you look at it, doesn't use the zapping mechanic from Resident Evil 2. Where, like, if Jill picks that up, Chris can't get it. I think that was an interesting concept, and I'm not exactly sure why they never did it again, really. Be careful, there are actually 2 zombies in this area. This is, again, one of those things, once you've played this game, you know, for so many times, you know you will almost never come through this area again. So you don't... Are the zombies not here? I think they're here on the way back, but when there are zombies there, you don't ever need to kill them, because you're through this area maybe one more time after you leave here. So it is straight up not worth it. Your first time through this game is mostly about conserving ammo, but it's also about getting rid of the enemies so you don't have to deal with them, which of course wastes ammo. So I think anyone's first time through one of these games is always going to be kind of a harrowing experience. We're going to use the Magnum, one of the only times we're going to in this game. This part is, if I'm not mistaken, entirely new for the remake, and this is one of my favorite aspects of the game, the thing that we are about to be introduced to. And definitely the thing that I think scared me the most. This crank, it's terrifying. No, obviously it's not the crank. I can't see that. Like, it always looks like there's just a black void there. I love that. That is so good. This game is so great. That, not so much. That was really goofy. So, meet one of the monsters that is completely exclusive to Resident Evil Remake. This is Lisa Trevor. That's all you gotta do in that section. Shoot her once to stun her, and then get the hell out of there. We will be encountering her again, but, yeah, that's Lisa Trevor. Probably one of my favorite aspects of this remake, because it puts an actual creepy element into the game. Because the zombies and the, like, jump scare dogs really don't spook me all that much, but an unkillable enemy that has a creepy scream and a genuinely creepy design is really cool. The fact that they were able to put something that is actually quite scary to me is cool, and one of my favorite aspects about this game. But like I said, we will be seeing more of Mrs. Trevor over there. I don't remember why we even went in that shack. Did we accomplish anything? This part of the game is just weird. Yeah, did we get... Oh, we took the crank. That's right, we needed that crank. Oh, man. Crank 2, high voltage. Yeah, no, Jill definitely runs faster without a weapon. There's like one point in the game where that's actually useful. And, ironically enough, it actually involves Lisa Trevor. This is an annoying area that I hate, which is pretty much why I don't have a weapon in my hand right now.
This is Brad. If you can hear me, just give me a sign. Anything.
Jill to Brad, can you hear me? Shit, it's broken.
So that's not anything we really need to worry about right now. That's our long-term goal. Like, long-term goal. Like, that's endgame goal. About, like, trying to sign Brad that we're here. And the reason that I don't like this part is because of those dogs. There's, like, that one area we just ran through has 3 dogs in it. And this part is actually significantly worse, in my opinion. Because there's another enemy that you have to kind of dodge, and if you don't dodge them, something fun happens. And by fun, I mean dumb. And by dumb, I mean mildly inconveniencing. I don't quite understand why these FMVs can't be cleaned up better. Because the same thing happens in, like, every single one of these remasters. Resident Evil 4, specifically, like, not Assignment A, Separate Ways is terrible with that, because all the cutscenes are really compressed for some reason. But in this area, something goofy starts happening, where... Is it now that it starts happening? Maybe it's when we come back. But snakes start dropping from the ceiling. And by the ceiling, I mean the sky. Because there's really nothing else up there, so it's just spooky, you know, spooky, scary snakes dropping from the sky. A lot of animals in this section. Actually, I think it's this section up here, but the area we just ran through where we had the crank is usually filled with snakes. But I think here is where they start... Yep, there's the snakes. If you get hit by a snake, like if the snake attacks you, there's a good chance that you're going to get poisoned, which is never fun in this game. Because it slowly dwindles away at your health, and I don't know if Jill gets affected by it more since she has littler health, but it's just no fun. So this is the shack area of the game. This is, I want to say this is identical to how it was in the original game. I gotta say, like, I understand that it's classic Resident Evil and everything like that, but I cannot stand the typewriters. They're the scariest things in these games, because if you don't have ink ribbons, you can't save, which means you're essentially boned. And if you die, there's no checkpoints. That's the only way that these games are scary to me. And I'm so glad they abolished the like typewriters. It's bad. It's very archaic, and I'm usually fine with, like, oh, it was fine for the age, but no, this is bad. I hate the typewriters. I'm never in a point where I need, like oh, I can't save here because I don't have ink ribbons. But, just the concept of it is dumb, and I hate it. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one.